Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry in Death Valley National Park, and today I'm going to drive the Badwater Road, starting out at Furnace Creek, and the Furnace Creek Visitor Center is just 1 mile that way. So I'm going to drive the Badwater Road all the way to the little town of Shoshone. It's a long drive, and there's a lot of things to stop and see along the way. So come along with me, and I'll show you what there is to see along the Badwater Road. This is the first stopping point on the road from Furnace Creek to Badwater. The parking lot here, the place is called Golden Canyon. The canyon is right in there, so let me show you that. This is where the canyon starts, and those are the features you'll find. I'm not going to hike up into it now, but this is a very nice starting point in this little canyon here. It does look very enticing. I did go up just a little further. It starts out as a wide trail there, and then it really narrows here. So this does look like a really interesting trail to do. Don't have time right now. I just wanted to show you the entrance to it. A little further down on the way to Badwater is a one-way loop drive that is called Artis Drive. And I'm in my scooter there. I see some people over here, so I'm going to go up on top of that hill and see what they're looking at. It is a pretty lovely sight from here. I'm going to go up to where that guy is, but the trail continues up here, up to the top of that hill. And I get there getting some really good views over there. This is a view from the top of the mound. And this trail looks really steep getting up there. I think you can get a pretty good view from here. I'm sure it's better from there though. Here's another stopping point, and from here you can get a good view of the valley floor.
All the way down. Hold it down halfway.
It's a good viewpoint here. I'm now up at a higher elevation, and this looks like it's going to be a fun road to drive. So I'm going to take off again. This next stopping point is called the Artis Paylette Overlook. And look at the colors in the side of that hill there. There are hiking trails that go much further up. I can see some people there. There they are. So that would be a nice hike. A little further up they have this road that goes pretty close to it. See the colors there? It's a paved parking lot here, and I see there is a trail that goes up if you want to get a much closer look at it. Nice. And there's some people who have done just that. There was a sign on the road here that said, "Caution, flash floods." It looks like this could turn into quite a river. They have a flash flood, but there is no cloud to be seen anywhere today. I'm back out at the main road now, and I'm going to do another video just driving through that Artist Drive with my shoulder cam, just going through non-stop, because that was a real amazing and fun drive to do. So I think it would make a really good video with using the shoulder cam on my motor scooter. So watch for that video coming up. Here's another side road. I gotta go in here and see what that looks like. Well, folks, I think I can see why this could be considered the golf course from hell. Talk about traps. They've got this plaque here that tells about it. And yeah, once you hit a ball in here, the only thing harder than finding it, I think, would be hitting it again. Look at that. This is just a huge, gigantic field of these little short rock formations. And you can see they're covered with salt a little bit. Don't think even the best golfer would want to play here. This is another side road a little further down, and it is a really, really rough dirt and gravel road. So, might not be worth it to you. This is the Natural Bridge Canyon, and the bridge is only 3/10 of a mile. So I'm going to hike to it and see what it looks like. Well, from the parking lot, it looked like this is going to be a fairly even, level trail, but it's turned out to be pretty steep. Actually, I would say fairly steep, and only a little bit of it here is shaded. But there is the Natural Bridge. So this is what I came to see. That's the bridge. So now I'm close to it, so you can see the sky on both sides of the bridge. Looks like this guy's trying to climb up there. I guess I could do it. Well, he's made it part way. Well, he actually made it. He's up there somewhere. Once you get up that initial high climb, then there is sort of a trail to get up there. The trail goes on further down the canyon. I don't know what's down there, but I'm right underneath the Natural Bridge now, and I am ready to head back. It kind of wore me out getting up here. And on the way down here, got a good view of the valley floor, and it looks like a lake. That looks like a big lake full of water, even though it's just a mirage. Well, I made it to Badwater Basin, and there actually is some water here, although It does look pretty bad. This is the Badwater Pool. And nope, I don't think I would want to go swimming in this pool. It does look like bad water. There's a long walk out to way out there. I'm not sure what's way out there. In case you wonder what these ropes are for, no walking past the ropes out there. Boy, that would be a really rough walk anyway. This is the Salt Flats, and this is what it's supposed to look like. It doesn't look like that here. And there is some more water over here. It's a bit of a pool there, right there. It looks like there's a bit of a stream. It could be here when it rains, if it does rain. Sooner or later, I think it does. This is the first week of November. I'm here, and it is really hot. It's midday now. It's probably close to noon. So I do not feel like walking way out there in the midday sun with it as hot as it is. Surprisingly though, I camped here last night in the campground, and it got down to, I think, the 50s. So that was really good for sleeping in the motorhome. Here are the highs for each month. November, 76 is the average high, 97 is the record high. But it's a dry heat. That's what they all say. It's a dry heat. And this shows the hot spots around the world. Salton Sea, where I was 2 days ago, is the only two really hot spots in the U.S. A lot of them in Africa and the East, the Mid-East countries. I was in the visitor center this morning, and I saw a movie they showed of how the Death Valley was formed. Very interesting that millions of years ago it just split into these mountains on the west and the east, just split like a gigantic earthquake, pulled apart and created this valley. Now the pool on the left here that I showed you just a minute ago, now that I'm higher elevation of it, turns out it's a much larger pool of water than it looked like from over there. So Badwater is definitely a good name for the place. Very appropriate. I don't even want to taste. Well folks, I've driven quite a ways south of Badwater, and so far there's been no more overlook pullouts of any features. Got this huge mountain right in front of me there. But all along there's some nice scenery of the mountains on both sides of the valley. So I'm going to keep going down the road and see what else there is here. Well, check this out folks. Further down the road going south, I found a really large pool of water. And just like the water at Badwater, it looks pretty bad. Well, you can kind of see the reflection of the mountains in the distance there. That's a nice shot. Well, here is a historical point of interest along the road here. There used to be a mill here, and there is the ruins of one of the mill buildings. This tells a little bit about the history of it. There's one other structure here, and that is all that's left of the mill. This concrete slab, but that is all that's here. Well, folks, I made it to Shoshone, population 31. They have an RV park here, and a gas station, and a restaurant, and I am so ready for lunch. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below. Good day, folks.